Hey guys, Dal here from Dal's Rigging and Crane Tips, a 2020 yeah. Anyway, just Monday update. Gonna do a Monday update. Gonna do a crane update every Monday. It might be a tip, but weekly because brothers of the hook and because Crane Tip fam. All right, this is how we do. But on today's episode, anyway, what I want to talk to you guys about is I heard a really good tip. Now it's a pedantic one. Um, it's one that if you're one of those anal guys who like doing things right and like doing things proper, it's good. If you're in construction and you work on tower cranes and you're lifting scaffold, it's really good. It gives you a bit of peace of mind. If you're doing construction on a low level ground, it's still pretty good. If you're lifting up scaffold onto high plant in the mine or offshore, it's really good. Okay, so this is this is the crane tip. So I'll lower me down and we'll go to here. We'll go to scaffold stillage so we know what we're talking about. All right. So here's a scaffold stillage. Downloads. All right, bear with me. Struth Darwin. All right, so we've got a scaffold stillage. We've got tubes in here, and this tip only works for tubes. So usually on scaffold stillages, where you got tubes here, if you can see my cursor, you usually got like a bit of tin band which holds them down. Usually they come like that, but if not, if they're just loose like this, you're probably thinking, well, I'll double wrap it because there's nothing holding it down. So you do a double wrap, like I've shown on another tip. So you double wrap the scaffold stillage. Now here's the tip, bros. Here's the tip. All right. So I'm so excited about this. Here's the tip. If you've got an uneven amount of tubes, that stillage will bind perfectly together with a double wrap. That means there'll be no slippage. There'll be no tubes, at the top by the bite, which can still slip. It will bite perfectly. But if there's an even amount of tubes, there'll be ones which are loose just under the bite, which can slide out. And so that's why I'm saying that if you're construction, doing high rises, and you're lifting these things here all the way to the top, bros, all the way to the top, having an uneven amount, so uneven, 27 is an uneven amount. I'm sure everyone knows what uneven means. It will bite together perfectly with a double wrap, and that means all the way to the top of the tower crane, all the way to the top of the high rise, all that tubing there will be secure. Now, usually they should have a tin wrap which goes over the scaffold, but if not, double wrap. And if it's an even amount, if you got time to count it, you know what I mean. Or if it doesn't bite and there's loose ones here, chuck one more in. But scaffold tip, and that was from my mate Sean O'Toole. So cheers, Sean O'Toole. Sean O'Toole's from Brisbane. He's a scaffolder for years, become rigger. Now he's operating cranes. He is a guru with a big beard. He's one of those dudes, big beard. So straight off the bat, he knows what he's talking about. Just seeing that big beard. So cheers, Sean, for that one. Uneven amount of tubes equals good double wrap, no slippage. So that's it. Now, getting back to other things. Look, guys, if you're in WA or in Australia, I think things are looking up and things are getting a bit better, but especially in WA. So if you're listening from overseas, I know there's a couple of American guys here and stuff like that. This is just sort of related to my neck of the woods, Western Australia. There is a lot of jobs, man. There's a lot of jobs. And so I was just typing crane. So I type in crane in Western Australia to seek. And man, there's heaps coming up. Like I think I'm a few pages deep. So yeah, I'll go back to one. But look, electrical technician, they get paid heaps, man. Overhead travel crane electrician, crane operators, CSI mining. We've got them up at our mine, and they've always got work. And their actual yard is a bit empty at the moment. That means that they're working heaps. So if yards in town are empty, that means there's work coming up. So we're coming into a little bit of a mini mining boom, I think. So you can be pretty happy with what's going on, like in WA, if you're in WA and getting jobs around the place. But this Seeker's full. CSI Mining, they're all right. Heard they're pretty hard on you. That's what I heard. Like you got to work for your money. So if you like working for your money and if you're hardcore, you should be fine. You know what I mean? Um, Kirrendale Group, Momoa, they're looking. Momoa, don't know much about them, but I know their cranes are brand new and they look good. So that's always good if you want to work for them. I don't know about their pay, man. Ready Group, who knows? Who knows about Ready Group? But another one of those resource companies where, yeah, labor hire. And labor hire just kills us, man. But what are other companies supposed to do? You know, if one company is using labor hire so they can bring their costs down, what are you supposed to do if you're another company? Just go bankrupt? So they're kind of forced into doing labor hire too just to compete. So it's a never ending race to the bottom, I reckon, in WA. Like, when is everyone going to come up and bring the prices up? I don't know, but hopefully soon. So riggers, crane operators, ready, crane operators, tidal solutions, fitters, scaffolders, crane operators, prestige recruitment, another recruitment agency. But if you got no job, go ahead, do it. And then be like a monkey. If you find another job while you're working for them, grab onto that job, let go of that crap job, you know? It's always better than having no job. So that's it. Frio Group, they're advertising everywhere. Yeah, I know people had bad things to say about Frio, but they got heaps of cranes and you'll get heaps of experience and you better load that resume up, bruv. Load that resume up. Yeah, I drove all the cranes. So Frio's good for that. Getting your resume looking good. Ready again. Engineering trades. Sarens are back in the mix? What? I thought they left town. Number one heavy crane mechanic. So PGC resources, those guys. I mean, just use them for what you need. If you need experience, use them for that. Work for them for a year. I know it's crap, but you're getting something out of it. You're getting that 2 years experience you need that everyone wants, that you don't want to lie about on your resume. Rigor, expressions of interest. Ready Group, industrial people, and we go all the way down. Frio again, full-time crane operators. Frio Group, they'll take you out there. You'll probably be on a 3-in-1 or something, but better than nothing. Advanced riggers, and then page 2. It keeps going on. You know what I mean? Advanced riggers, crane operators, franner, truck drivers, advanced riggers, crane operators, shutdowns. Bro, it's taking off. So good time to be a crane operator, good time to be a rigger, I think. I mean, yeah, it used to be good back in the day, but it's still good work. I mean, at least you're not lifting up jib board, like up in ceilings, you know? At least you're not like on the buffer at some steel shop. And that's why rigging and crane operating's good, man, 'cause it's good work, You do the job, it's satisfying, you go home. You know what I mean? Frio again. Frio again. Port Hill and Karratha, Pilbara. 4-person supervisors, you know, crane maintenance estimator. Now this is a good one. If you're green, look after your green followers, bruv. If you're green, advanced riggers, but guess who is advertising? Where are we? Link Force. Yeah, bros. They'll take anyone, man. Just say you've got, whatever. Say you've been thinking about rigging for the last 2 years, and that's your 2 years experience. But they'll take people, man, and that's good experience. Get your 2 years up, then go with a bigger company. You know what I mean? So Things are looking up. Things in Queensland. Heaps of jobs in Queensland too. I used to live in Queensland. I used to live in this place called Billawheeler. If any of my viewers know Billawheeler, central Queensland. Had three coal mines, Dawson, Callide, something else, and a gold mine called Krakow. And it was good work, man. I worked for a company called Lee Crane Hire. They're a good mob, heaps of work. Like any crane company, ups and downs, things are good at, things are not good at, I've got nothing to say about them. So they were good. They got me out of debt because when I was in the Gold Coast, bruv, when I was in the Gold Coast, bruv, when I was in the Gold Coast, everyone pays ABN. So everyone paid like Davos and Surf City. I think they pay wages now, but everyone's paid ABN. And so no one pays their taxes. And I was planning to, but then in 2008, that financial crisis happened. That financial crisis happened, and there was no work for like 2, 3 months. So I had to spend all my tax money on paying rent. And so, man, I was screwed. And then the last week that I had money, I got 2 days work, then I got 3 days work, and things started picking up again. So I was on the bones of my ass. And then eventually after that, I'd done my tax return. And people don't do the tax return. People have been working there for 10 years, ABN, and never done one tax return. Man, they must owe so much money. My mate, he had done it for 7 years, never done one tax return. He owed like 70 or 80 grand or something. Bro. And so mine only come to 10 grand. And that's why I said, stuff this. And I went to central Queensland, went to the mines, and paid my debt off. And then saved for a house. And so it all worked out. Sometimes that's a kick in the ass that you need, is having heaps of debt. Look, man, I got to pay this off. I need a better job. Let's get my ass into gear. So, man, I've been on the bones of my ass before as a crane operator, and it's easy, man, because some city jobs just don't pay shit, man. They give you enough to get by. That's it. You know what I mean? And plus, on the Gold Coast, you're drinking and you're on the piss, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had to get out. I had to get out for my own sanity. So things are happening. So Queensland's going good. Just another thing I want to show you guys is just for all you crane lovers. This new crane here, man. So I used to operate a 500 ton at Frio's, and the stink thing about it is here. I'll give you a. This is the 600 Liber, the new one. The stink thing about it is you have to take out these front outriggers because the weight's too much. And to be honest, if I'm being quite frank, that sucks. Every time you've got to set up, you've got to put these outriggers in. Then you get underneath and you got to work the spanners, bolt them on, and it's just like, bro, is this my life? Is this my life? Not being a whinger, it's just, is there something better that we can do? Is there some type of engineering? So Liebherr have seen the problem, and now this is what they've done, bruv. You leave the front outriggers in. It's got a little back outrigger. Look what they do. Bang. You just put the outrigger box for the back ones out, and that weighs like, I don't know, 5 ton or something, or whatever it weighs, but that takes all your weight off. So you just put that on the back, and boom. Bro, we out. Just notice here, bruvs. Bro, D-shackle? Come on, guys. Bro, seriously, a D-shackle. Disappointing. And it's probably a quarter turn back, bro. Quarter turn back. No. Oh no, it's a threaded one. But D shackle, come on. Look how easy that was. Look how easy the hoses are. You know, you should have seen how hard they were in the old 500 to put on. Oh, straight in, straight in, straight in, like a sausage down a hallway. You know what I mean? So that's what they've done. Lever, man, ahead of the game. So that's it. Now I want to leave you on Lever are the best. Look, if you want my top cranes, this is my top cranes. All right, Brothers of the Hook. Lever definitely number one by far. Number two for me, closely, is Tirano Fawn, and closely followed by Grove. Grove's grown on me. They've got quite a few lemons, too much sensors and stuff, but I like Grove. And then the fourth one is DMAG. Never had much to do with them. They need to make up their mind. I've driven 4 different DMAGs, 4 different types of counterweights. It's like, make up your mind, bruv. Make up your mind. Like, which way? You want pins coming down, pins coming up? You want swing away? Like, make up your mind. But that's my top 4. Um, if you're wondering and if you care. If you don't care, all good, bruv. And last not least, who likes seeing an accident? Oh, who likes a meme? This is a good meme. If someone offers you an opportunity, an amazing opportunity, and you're not sure you can do it, say yes. Then learn how to do it later. It's got a crane tipping over. So don't be this guy. Say yes, but then read the operator's manual. Don't learn how to do it later. Anyway, thought that was funny. You guys probably didn't. It's probably like, bro, sick of your dad jokes, Dow. Oh, anyway, so we want to get back from here. All right. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Here we are. All right. All right. Okay, guys. Just the last one. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. All right. Just this one here. Just a bit of an accident. You want to have a watch? All good.
Oh, wow. There's no one in it. There's no one in it. Oh, here we go. Oh, damn. Oh, there we go. It's caught. Oh, no. That's gonna cause. Is there any people in there? I don't think so. Oh. No one.
Yeah, bruv. I don't know what's going on there. So I do know what's going. Tower cranes are weather vanes, so you don't have a slew lock in. Um, you just leave it so the wind can push it. But this guy didn't. This guy didn't account for that, and account for the wind, and account for the hook block swinging out that far, and it smashed all the windows in there. So I always get a bit paranoid. Not too much, but just when you leave the crane. Now I'm making this into a crane tip. Just when you leave the crane, just always make sure that if for some reason your slew lock fails, there's a big storm, that when you slow around, you can't hit anything with your boom or your chains or anything like that. Even take your chains off. I take my chains off. I know the rigger's like, nothing's going to happen, but you never know, man. Could wrap around the boom, and then your boss is like, why don't you take the chains off, bro? And you're like, oh, I'm just lazy. So always make sure that if your slew lock comes off, that the crane can't hit anything. So anyway, hope you like that. Monday update for you cranies, alright? Heaps of jobs out there. Scaffold tip in there. Bit of a crane accident. You know, all things cranes, all things rigging tips, brothers of the hook. Like these videos, subscribe here. Dale's Rigging and Crane Tips. A 2020, yeah.